Good evening, I'm Laura Lee.
And I'm Dan Wolf. Thanks for joining us. The latest on the breaking news we first reported at 5. It looks like authorities are closing in on an escaped inmate north of Duluth.
He walked away from NERCC, which is a correctional work farm. The St. Louis County Sheriff's Office said inmate Michael Hart escaped the facility Tuesday evening and appears to be on the run.
Northern News Now's Kyrie Johnson is in that area northwest of Duluth near Independence where the ground and air search is zeroed in. Kyrie, does it seem like they're making progress?
Yeah, Dan and Laura, so I've been out here for about an hour now, and it does seem like they're making some progress. As you can see behind me, there's still multiple search crews out here with canines and drones. There's also a plane that's been flying in circles above us for an hour here in Independence on County Highway 8, which is about 6 miles from the facility that Hart escaped from. Law enforcement has not seen Hart, but they're actively searching the woods over here near Hanson Road. 2 officers now have told me that Hart could be very close, and they're looking in a concentrated area just on the other side of that road there, and Hart was last confirmed spotted at about noon today. Now, Division Commander Wade Raich says that Hart escaped during what he calls the appropriate movement of other NERCC inmates. Search efforts began immediately after that late last night. This morning, 2 known female associates of Hart were found parked on a dead-end road in the Independence area. They were presumed to be there to pick up Hart and transport him. At about noon, Hart was spotted near Beaver Lake Road, which is south of County Highway 8. A K-9 team has been out tracking that area, and the Minnesota State Patrol has been called in to help. Rash saying the local community should be on high alert.
When you have a situation like this, he's clearly not wanting to be found. He also wants to get out of the area. So we're asking people to lock up their vehicles, ATVs, things of that nature, because he'll be looking for some form of transport.
Rash says an escape like this generally happens about once a year, but with Hart having an extensive criminal history on the Iron Range prior to this incident, including first-degree burglary, his sentence will likely be extended once he's apprehended. Additionally, Hart will have to serve time in a county jail or a prison setting outside of NERCC. Now, authorities are asking anyone with information about Hart's whereabouts to call 911 immediately. Obviously, everything over here is still a very ongoing scene. They've concentrated it down to a specific area. We'll continue to keep you updated. Live in Independence, Kyrie Johnson, Northern News Now.
Yeah, obviously a very fluid situation there. Kyrie, thank you.